You guys, I'm so awake. I'm so awake. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm so awake right now. Hey everybody. So I'm really exhausted. It's been a rough month. It's been a really rough month. I'm over my head in homework. I've been over my head in homework for weeks and it's not a good time. And I missed a video last week and just my life is falling apart. No, but yeah, I wanted to film a quick video for you guys today. I just got home for Thanksgiving break and I was putting away a bunch of my fun reading books that I had at school, but clearly I'm not gonna get around to in the next 3 weeks. So I was putting them back on my shelf and I noticed there were a bunch of books on my shelf that I really shouldn't still be there. I got rid of a whole bunch of books not so long ago, probably over the summer, I want to say. And I don't know why I kept these ones because I know I'm not going to read them again. I don't know why I've been holding on to them. But yeah, I thought I'd do a quick unhaul video for you guys because I'm pulling the plug on them. I'm giving them away. There's no reason for me to have them. I needed to free up a little space on my shelves. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you guys that real quick like. Let's get right into it. The first batch of books I'm getting rid of are books 4 through 7 of the Maximum Ride series by James Patterson. I used to absolutely adore this series back when I was in, I want to say middle school and early high school, or pretty much till whenever this finished. The first 3 are so good. I really loved them. I feel like I probably still would love them, but I haven't read them in a long time. But after that, it just went real downhill real fast. The Final Warning, the 4th book, me and my best friend Jess were both obsessed with the series, and then when this came out, we were both just looked at each other like, what? This book just randomly got a political agenda that didn't fit with the series. I just started talking about global warming out of nowhere. And as much as I love, the idea of fighting against global warming, I'm all for that. It had no place in the series or in the book. And it just kept getting weirder from there and all of these other ones. All of these feel like decent fan fiction, but not good enough to satisfy me for the rest of the series as canon. It just wasn't good enough. The only thing it really gave me was a little bit of Max and Fang, but other than that, no, it was just very weird and inconsistent and a very strange ending, and I was just very disappointed in this whole part of the series. And so I'm never gonna read these again, and so I don't know why I've kept on holding on to them for so long. So I'm finally gonna just give them away. The next bunch of books I'm gonna give away are my books in the Gone series by Michael Grant. Yeah, I only have the first 4, as you can see, which are Gone, Hunger, Lies, and Plague. Yeah, I liked them well enough. I was entertained by the first 2. I was into it, but I wasn't really into the 3rd one that much, and then I don't really feel any desire to continue the rest of the books because I think I'd have to read 4, 5, 6, and 7, and I just don't see that happening anytime soon, and I don't really see myself rereading these either. They're certainly not bad. Actually, a bunch of you guys might really like them. They're a dystopian YA series about these kids who are stuck in this bubble that they call the phase. All the adults just suddenly disappear one day and they have to sort of fend for their lives while weird stuff starts happening and superpowers start appearing. They're good, I just don't really see myself finishing them, so I'm getting rid of them. The next 2 books I'm going to get rid of are the Dragon Keeper and Garden of the Purple Dragon books. They're the first 2 in a series, and I quite struggled to finish this one. It was just a little too young for me, so I don't really see myself having that much of a different experience if I try to read the second one. I feel like it'll probably be the same thing. I think they'd probably be good for younger readers, but I'm not gonna read them anytime soon, and I won't be rereading them. So once again, why keep them? Get rid of them. Oh, and they're by Carol Wilkinson, by the way. And the last 3 books that I'm getting rid of are all the first in a series, I believe, that I just don't see myself finishing the rest of them, if that makes sense. So the first one I'm gonna get rid of is Shiver by Maggie Stiefvater. This was good. I remember liking it when I read it. I read it a few years ago now, but I just didn't really feel any inclination to keep going after I finished this one. And now it's been so long, I just don't see myself ever doing that. And I've heard such mixed reviews about this trilogy that I'm like, I don't know. I'd rather try something else by her, honestly, maybe The Raven Cycle, because everybody's been talking really highly about that lately. So I'd rather just do another one of her series rather than try to do Shiver. So yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of this one. Pretty much the exact same thing goes for Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick. I liked it, I think, when I read it. I don't even remember now, honestly. It's been so long since I read it. But when I finished it, didn't feel any need to continue the series, and since I didn't feel it then, I don't really see myself feeling like doing it now, because now I'd have to really reread or look up this book again before I moved on. So I know a lot of people in booktube really like this series, and so, you know, I certainly wouldn't say not to read it. You know, maybe you might really like it. I just don't personally see myself rereading it and finishing the series, so why keep it if I'm not going to do that? You know, I can always get it from the library if I change my mind. So this one is going away. And then the last one that I'm getting rid of is The Last Thing I Remember by Andrew Clavin. Same goes for this one as the last two, pretty much. I remember reading it and enjoying it enough, like I thought it was good, I think, when I read it, but when I finished, I just didn't quickly pick up the next one or look for the next one, and so now I just have really no motivation to continue this series or to reread this one. If you're curious, this one is basically about a kid who wakes up having no idea who he is or how he got there. The last thing he remembers is apparently something that happened way a while ago, and now he's like fighting for his life, and there's like people after him, and he's not sure what's going on. So I mean, you know, it was good, but I just don't see the rest of the series being read by me. Just don't see it happening. So I'm getting rid of it. Bye.
Are you coming to the tree and oh my god. I'm fine. You're not gonna be able to see all of these.
Altogether, getting rid of 14 books just to sort of free up a little space on my shelf. Okay, actually, just kidding. It didn't really free up any space. I immediately filled it back with all the books I brought home from school. But yeah, there's a little bit more room on my shelf, and there's a little room on the shelf that you're sitting on right now that I can fill up. So that feels nice. I just know that I'm not going to read these again, so it kind of feels good to just set them free where someone else might actually read them. Just wanted to kind of share that with you guys since I'm a video behind, and if I don't do this now, I would forget. So yes, I'm sorry if I'm a little all over the place this video, but I'm extremely tired. Yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this. This has been an Unhaul video. My name is Jackie, and I'll see you when I see you sometime after I recollect my sanity when this semester ends. Yes. So yeah, tell me if you guys have gotten rid of any books lately, or if you've read any of these and really enjoyed them and want to convince me to pick them back up at some point. Yeah, I think that's it. So see you guys later. Bye!